Somewhere out there, 5 billionaires are kicking themselves because on this show, they had the chance to invest in products that are now worth hundreds of millions, and in one case over $1 billion, and they said no. They laughed some of these people off the stage. They called their ideas too small, too risky, that not aerial business. Today, we're counting down the biggest Shark Tank rejections that turned around and became massive successes without a single dollar from the sharks. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which no turned into the most expensive mistake in Shark Tank history. Stick around because number one is honestly insane. Now here's the thing, people forget about Shark Tank. Getting rejected doesn't mean your idea is bad. Sometimes it just means the sharks didn't understand it yet. These 5 entrepreneurs walked out with nothing and built empires anyway. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most famous rejection in the show's history. Back in 2013, a guy named Jamie Siminoff walked into the tank with something he called DoorBot. It was a video doorbell that you could see, hear, and talk to whoever was at your front door from your phone. He asked for $700,000 for 10% of his company. The sharks were not impressed. They picked apart his sales numbers, questioned the manufacturing costs, and one by one, they all passed. Kevin O'Leary was the only one who even made an offer, and it came with brutal terms. A royalty deal that would have taken a huge cut of every single sale forever. Siminoff said no. He walked out with nothing. Here's what happened next. He didn't quit. He rebranded the company to Ring. He kept improving the product, and slowly people started buying it. Because let's be honest, a doorbell that lets you see a package thief before they even ring the bell, that sells itself. By 2018, 5 years after his rejection, Amazon came knocking. Not with a small check, with a reported deal worth over $1 billion. $1 billion for a product Kevin O'Leary tried to lock into a royalty deal instead of just investing in. To this day, Ring is considered the single biggest what if in Shark Tank history. Next up, a pancake mix that the sharks thought was too boring to invest in. In 2014, Joel Clark and Cameron Smith pitched Kodiak Cakes, a whole grain protein-packed pancake and waffle mix. Joel actually grew up selling his mom's pancake mix recipe out of a wagon as a kid. This wasn't some overnight idea. It was a family business for years. They asked for $500,000 for 10% of the company and projected they'd hit around $20 million in sales. Kevin O'Leary wasn't buying it. He basically said, "Why would I invest in a plain pancake mix business?" Other sharks passed too, mostly worried about thin profit margins in the grocery business. Joel and Cameron walked away with no deal. So what did they do? They kept doing exactly what they were doing, or just better. More stores, more flavors, smarter branding, and it worked. Kodiak Cakes didn't just hit that $20 million projection the sharks doubted, they blew past it. Today, Kodiak Cakes is doing somewhere around $160 to $200 million a year in sales. It's in nearly every major grocery store in America. And yes, the sharks who said it was too niche now watch their own kids eat it for breakfast. Here's one that proves sometimes a no on camera isn't really a final no. The Bouqs Company pitched a farm direct flower delivery service. Skip the middleman, get fresher flowers, better prices. On paper, it sounds like a great idea, but when they pitched it in the tank, none of the sharks bid. Too competitive, too complicated a supply chain, they said. Cameras stopped rolling. End of story, right? Not quite. Robert Herjavec actually went back and invested in the company privately after the show, off camera. No cute handshake moment for the cameras, just a real business decision made later. And it paid off. The Bouqs Company has grown into a business worth well over $100 million. The lesson here? Sometimes the sharks say no on TV for the drama, and reconsider once the cameras are off. It's a good reminder that a rejection on screen doesn't always tell the whole story. This next one pitched something that sounded almost too simple. Wine in a single serving cup, like a coffee creamer size. Grab one, drink it, done. James Martin brought Copa Di Vino to the tank not once but twice in 2 different seasons. Both times he walked away with no deal. But James had something most rejected founders don't. Total stubbornness in the best way. He didn't need the sharks' money to believe in his product. He kept building distribution deals with airlines, stadiums, convenience stores, places where a single-serve wine actually makes perfect sense. Today, Copa Di Vino brings in more than $70 million a year, twice rejected, zero shark money, tens of millions in sales anyway. So here's the real question. Why do the sharks, some of the sharpest business minds in the country, keep missing these? A few reasons if you actually study the pattern. First, the sharks are investing in a 5-minute pitch. They're judging a business on the numbers in front of them that day, not what it could become in 5 years. Second, margins scare them. Kodiak Cakes and Copa Di Vino both got passed on partly because the profit margins looked thin in the room. But margins improve with scale. What looks unprofitable at $5 million in sales can look very different at $50 million. And third, sometimes the sharks just don't get the customer. Ring's doorbell wasn't just a gadget, it was solving a fear people didn't even know they had yet. Package theft, home security, peace of mind, that's a lot to grasp in a 5-minute pitch. The takeaway? Getting rejected by 5 investors on television doesn't mean the market will reject you too. A few more quick ones worth knowing before we wrap up. Hammer & Nails, a men's grooming and manicure franchise, got turned down early on when it was worth about $1 million. It's since expanded into a nationwide franchise. And several food and beverage brands that got passed on for thin margins have gone on to build multi-million-dollar distribution deals once they proved the model at scale. The pattern is the same every time. Rejected on TV, proven in the real world. At the end of the day, these stories aren't really about the sharks being bad at their jobs. They're some of the best investors in the country. It's a reminder of something bigger. Rejection is not the end of the story. It's just one opinion in one room on one day. Ring turned a no into $1 billion. Kodiak Cakes turned a no into a grocery store empire. The Bouqs Company and Copa Di Vino did it without ever needing a shark's signature. If there's one thing to take from this video, sometimes the best investment decision you can make is in yourself.